Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel has dropped charges against people that she rounded up recently for protesting against Israel's war in Gaza. Roll F2 here, this video. You guys might remember this kind of viral footage that went around of the Michigan police, backed up by the FBI, literally smashing their way into people's homes, dragging people off, and then charging them with serious felonies and keeping them behind bars for quite some time. She has now dropped those charges, and so we are joined by Henry McKean Shapiro, who was one of the protesters who was rounded up by Nessel and her federal accomplices. Ended up spending, Henry, 4 days behind bars before you were released? Is that right?
Yeah, actually, just a bit of the correction is that the felony charges that were just dropped against me and 6 others yesterday are unrelated to the FBI raid. So it's the same prosecutor for them, but our charges come from back in September related to the U of M encampment.
Yeah, so actually, walk us through why we ended up seeing these raids recently. So what charges resulted from the original encampment, and what's the
relationship between both?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in September of 2024, Dana Nessel dropped 11 charges against people for their involvement in the U of M encampment, 7 of which were felony charges, and all of us, including myself, had felony resisting and obstructing arrest and misdemeanor trespassing. And 4 others got various different kinds of misdemeanors, ranging from stepping on a $2 small Israel flag to other just ridiculous ones like trespassing. And Dana Nessel has also continued to do charges against people for their involvement in pro-Palestine activism at U of M. So in January, she dropped charges against people who participated in a die-in demonstration on the UMich Diag at the beginning of the school year. And then just on April 23rd, she requested a judicial warrant, which authorized the FBI and a bunch of different police precincts from across the state to raid the homes of several prominent pro-Palestine activists.
And so, what are the actual charges? Like, how is she trying to take political activism on a college campus and transform it into felonies? What does the paperwork look like there?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question because it's really quite ridiculous the way she's trying to do it. So for these raids that happened on April 23rd, so Michigan actually has a bit of a loophole when it offers warrants to people who are being searched, which is that they don't have to list the probable cause for why they obtained the search warrant. So it's actually extremely unclear to even the people who were searched what purpose or what they're even going to be charged with. They, in their press releases, have mentioned multi-jurisdictional vandalism, which is not an actual legal term, but it's clear that they're trying to quickly manufacture consent for the Attorney General's office handling these cases and to bring in the FBI, which is usually not brought in to handle small protest-related issues within the state. So it's so far she's mentioned this multi-jurisdictional vandalism thing, which we know is really just kind of a ridiculous way of trying to justify her presence across the state and her cooperation with the Trump administration, FBI.